Alright, welcome back to Cooking with Sasquatch. Today we're going to be making strawberry ghost pepper jelly. And I just got 2 ghost peppers. And we're going to need 4 cups of strawberries after we smash them. So let's get started. Some ghost peppers, I just went in the backyard and picked them off the bush. Alright, so we're gonna start cutting up these strawberries. I'm not gonna film the whole time I'm cutting all these things up, but we're probably gonna have about 8 or 9 cups of berries before we smash them to get our 4 cups. Alright, so I'm gonna finish this up. And we'll come on back when I'm done with the strawberries. Alright, we're finishing up our strawberries right here. Only got a couple left. And it looks like we got about 9 cups, roughly. I'm gonna run these through the food processor for a minute, because last time I just took a potato smasher and I kinda didn't like the way that worked out. So I'm gonna run the peppers and the strawberries in the food processor. Alright, we're gonna chop up our ghost peppers, remove the stems and the seeds. I'm only using 2 this time. Last time I made this batch, I had a few peppers in there, and Ms. Beth said it was a little too hot for her. So we're gonna try with just 2 peppers, see what we get. But we're gonna add one bell pepper with it. Now, if you like it hot, you can leave them seeds in there, and you can definitely add some more peppers to it. But for us, this is gonna be good. Like I said, I'm gonna run this through the food process. I'm gonna chop it up, but I'm not gonna chop it too small. But last time I made this batch, it was a little chunky for my liking, so we're gonna use the food processor. September 2nd in South Louisiana, and it's hot. Sure could use a little cool front right now this time of year, but it ain't happening today. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and move these peppers into this little measuring cup. I'm gonna get my bell pepper and be right back. Just like the pepper, we're gonna remove the stem and the seeds on the inside. Alright, we got it all diced up now, and I'm gonna head inside, run it through that old food chopper. Tell you what, if you haven't had this before, it's some good stuff right here. Alright, I'm gonna head inside, and when I come back, everything will be all mixed up. Alright, we'll get our fire going. In the other pot, I got my jars sterilized. I put them in some water, had them boiling for a little while. Now they just fire's on low, keeping them hot till we're ready. So we'll go ahead and we got 4 cups of strawberries, got 1 cup of peppers, got a 1/4 cup of lemon juice, and 1 packet of the pectin. And we'll bring this to a simmer for a little while, and then we'll be adding our sugar after. One thing with making jelly is you always got to be stirred. Alright, so we've been simmering for a little while. There's our jars just staying warm. And be adding our sugar in a little bit. I'm gonna bring the heat up a little bit more on it, and we're ready to go. Alright, so we've been simmering for a little while. I'm gonna go ahead and add the sugar now. That's 7 cups of sugar. Oh yeah, it's gonna be good. Now we just keep on stirring. And stirring some more. Alright, and we're still stirring. We want to bring this up to a rolling boil. And once we do that, we'll set the timer for 1 minute. Alright, so we got a good boil going, so we're gonna start our timer. 1 minute. Alright, it's been a minute, so I'm gonna turn the fire off. Keep stirring a little bit. And then this pot has a little foam on top, so I'm gonna Take that foam out, and then we'll start filling some jars. Now, one of the tricks I learned is if you put a little bit of butter in it when you're cooking it, it won't foam up. Last time I did it, it worked perfect. This time I forgot about the butter trick, so that's on me. Alright, so we'll start taking a few of our jars out the hot water, and we'll fill them up and just leave about maybe a quarter inch from the top. You gotta have a little room, but not much. Another quick little stir, and then we'll start filling. Alright, let's speed this up a little bit here. Alright, so make sure you put a little hot water on your paper towel or rag and wipe the top of them jars before you put the lid on. Now I've got the lid sitting in a little pot of hot water. I took it out the boiling pot earlier. Just let them soak. They don't have to be in there with the jar. Now we're going to put the lids all the way on. All you want to do is put them finger tight. Not too tight, just finger tight is all you need. Now don't forget, these jars are hot, so you might want to use a little towel or something when you're messing with the lids on. Alright, so we got the rest of the jars out the water, and we'll fill them up just like I did before. Just leave a little gap at the top. Alright, so we got all our jars filled. It's time to put the lids on. Just remember, don't over tighten them. Alright, so we'll get our jars back in the water. And then we'll crank that heat up and bring it up to a boil, and we'll boil it for 10 minutes. Alright, so the jars are back in the water. We just cranked up the heat. So we'll come back and check in a little bit, see if it starts boiling. Alright, let's check and see what we got going on here. Oh yeah, we got a little ball going, alright? So we're gonna go ahead and start that timer. Put it for 10 minutes. Alright, it's been 10 minutes. Water's been boiling. We'll turn that fire off and we'll get these jars out of here. They'll start cooling down. Alright, let's see if we can speed this process up a little bit. Alright, so we ended up with 8 half-pint jars, and I had a little bit extra, some smaller jars I had ready. Now we just sit back and wait for the pop. There's the first one.